Hello, everyone. This is the TimePro Spring Review for Spring 332. I'm here with Luke Cook, Michael, Adam, Mehmet, and Lu Zhang. Let's get into it. This is the Spring 332. This is a one-week sprint. We have Jim, me, Sam M, and Lu Zhang working together in the sprint. So for the backlog, we have a bunch of dones. Most of them are related to the China tenant creation. So the first one is to add an invoice display name field for Chinese invoices. This one
Can I interrupt you? I thought you were going to be creating the tenant and giving me a done video of that.
Oh, we haven't done the whole feature. Yeah, we're close.
Are you still working on that? Are you still trying to have a smooth tenant experience?
Yes, we're still working on it.
So just show me, where are the PPIs for that?
We have a few PPIs left.
Right, but this is fixing timesheet currency settings. I'm just talking about creating the tenant.
Yeah, so Adam, those bugs there, timesheet category data seeding, remove deprecated code, incorrect date, updated sample data, invoice type error, etc. They were all related to the new tenant experience, and so they needed to be solved.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's move on to suggested usage. So the usages of the suggested timesheet has increased a little bit. The same for the automatic timesheet usage. The burn down looks better than last spring because we have done more PBIs in this spring. We have one production deployment this sprint. We have deployed the changes we have done in the sprint to production. There are 3 more tests in the back end. No change in the front end, which caused the code coverage for back end up 1%, and no change for the front end. And for the build pipeline health, we have decreased we have lower pass rate than last spring because we have experienced several issues in the PR build pipeline, but we fixed them all before we merged the PR. The application health is still suffering from the failed request peak. And this is a non-issue as per conversation with JK, and there is a PBI to track that in later spring. The state of epics, we are still focusing on China tenant epic, and the progress has advanced from 13% to 38%. For R&D, Sam M helped to do a spike on migrating from SSRS to HTML reports. For AI usage, I'm using Copilot and Cloud, and Lou has using Yakshiver.
Is Lorraine working on this?
Lorraine, sadly no. She's on her uni doing the lab thing, so she doesn't have any work.
Okay, all right, no worries.
Okay, this is the Copilot stats I generated just now.
Can we hand that over to Cookie?
Okay.
Yeah, Cookie, sure. So this is the stats for our full-blown review and retro, which just shows a breakdown of who was talking when across the call. You can see Sam was front-loaded because we got him in early. He's on client work, so we just asked him to spend a couple of minutes going through his PBIs. That noisy bugger in the middle, that's me because I talk way too much. And yeah, Lou was also super valuable in contributing throughout this sprint review as well.
Okay, cool. Would we be able to also get the AI summary? If you could put that into the email, Jim, that'd be great. And Cookie, could you read it to us?
Yeah, sure. I don't have it on hand. Can I come back to that in a little bit?
It should be in the TimePro sprint summary. Is in the stakeholders one. I've just noticed you're not even in. I think that might explain something. But I've just added you in, so you should be able to see it now. And at the same time, it's being added by Jim.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, basically, with the summary repeats pretty much what Jim has said. The focus is on the China tenant experience. There's a couple of little things left, such as just exposing an SSRS related setting that we need some UI for, and the CRM sync is still causing a couple of problems just with the amount of volume that is being synchronized, and it's tied to the UI. So the UI is timing out for that, which we need to solve. We're talking about whether that's going to be like a fire and forget scenario, or we can have some sort of real-time feedback for the UI to keep people updated on the synchronization. And because we're at the tail end of this China tenant experience, there's also a couple of PBIs in there to do some showcase feature videos to demo this to stakeholders as well.
Right, thank you.
Okay, I will, yeah, I will take over. The Yak Shiver usage shows there are 26 new PBIs last month, and 12 of them are Yak shaped, which makes it a 46% ratio, and 11 of them are done. That's the spring review, and for the retro, what went well? Me and Michael both think there are quite a lot done in the spring, which is good. And yeah, and the team said the team thought Lou has onboarded the Scrum team, and he helped a lot with CRM and Power BI.
And just a bit of good news on that. We asked Lou how he found the F5 experience with TimePro, and he said it is much better than it was a couple of years ago when he last had to spin up on the project. It's improved a great deal.
Okay, that's great. When he last worked on it was
Excellent to
.NET
hear.
4. Yeah, it was .NET 4 framework stuff. It's all .NET 8 now, so he can even do it on a Mac now if he wants.
Yeah. And for improvements, Michael and Lou think we need more strategic views on the on the features regarding the CRM sync as well as the invoice reporting. And that's because we are currently coupling with CRM to synchronize the client data. That's one issue. And the other one is we are still using the SSRS report, which requires some customizability.
Do you want me to expand on that quickly?
Yes, love to.
Just the spike that Sam did for us, he looked at a HTML solution for building the invoices so that we could do away with SSRS. And the comment there about strategic is that if we wanted to sell TimePro to external customers, we would add a lot more functionality there. But if the short-term goal is just to make it good for us internally at SSW, we would I think there's a PBI in there right now for SSRS to get us going and to get the China tenant up. But this HTML solution needs a little bit more work to really pad this spike out to know. And the strategic conversation is, do we really want it to be a configurable invoice for other companies, other tenancies to be able to spin up?
I can't believe it's 2025 and we're still talking about how to generate a PDF. It's incredible. All right. I remember talking about this exact conversation in 1992.
Really?
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The broader question with that, Adam, is even though it's not used right now, having SSRS in the mix for report generation gives you a great degree of flexibility with the data set that you would use to generate those reports.
Yeah.
So that would mean that hypothetically, tenant A could have very different reporting logic to spit out an invoice than tenant B. Yeah?
Yeah.
Now
yeah.
that
Look,
has
I
not
prefer
been...
to keep. Yeah, I prefer to keep with RDLs if I could keep, if I can. We sent
Right.
RDLs or XML format. There should be plenty. If we do not want the size of the reporting services dependency, and it's a big pain in the neck, then we should be able to find an RDL generator and stay with it. But look, I don't really care too much. Look, Lou said he had a nice F5 experience. I assume that he didn't have to install reporting services to do that. Is that correct, Lou? Or he would have complained?
You're muted, Lou.
Oh, I didn't test generating invoice locally.
Oh,
I
okay.
just-
Okay. Well, that should be a dependency, and it should be when you spin it up, there should be that health check that checks all the dependencies, and it should have given you a red cross that you can't do it, because it should be one of the automated tests. Anyway, it should be put in the backlog, Jim.
Okay.
All right, good. Jim?
Okay. That's all for the review and retro. If there are no questions, let's go to the forecast. So the spring goal for the next spring will still be creating the China tenant in production. Okay. So the next spring will still be a 1 week sprint. Here is the backlog. So we are still prioritizing the PBIs from the China tenant Epic. So we expect to start recording the feature demonstration video as well as the documentation on the sprint after.
Okay, so for this sprint coming up at the end of it, will you have a done video?
We don't have a done video for this sprint.
No, not this one, but the end of the next sprint. Can I have a done video, even if it's not quite finished? I'll see where it's at.
Yeah, we will try our best to, but the capacity may not be enough, but we will try our best.
Even if it's not finished, I would like you to record a done video, even if it's rough as guts. 2 minutes that says, all right, so you do this screen, this screen, this screen, and this screen. We have to fix the seeding problem here and this.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that is fine.
Jim, we call that a done-ish video.
Yeah. A
Well,
rough
done-ish.
done video.
Done-ish.
Done-ish, yeah. D-O-N-I-S-H.
Yeah.
Done-ish.
Yeah.
Right.
Kind
Got
of
it.
a
Done-ish.
a
Medium
shit done
rare.
video.
Medium,
Okay.
halfway.
Yeah.
Okay.
A crusty done video.
Right. I will reprioritize the PBIs after this meeting.
Half-baked done video. Can we come up with a few more? Red raw done video. Okay.
Okay. That will be all for the spring review and forecast. And this video will be uploaded to our YouTube channel. Thanks.
Just to call out before we end it, Adam, so you're aware, the China office have a week off starting tomorrow. So there's essentially going to be a 1 week gap between this sprint and the start of the next one. So the next sprint review will be Friday, the 17th of October.
Okay. All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, boys.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers. Great work, Jim. Great work, Lou.
Good stuff.